So the relationship between health and beauty has become so close in the last couple of years. It would be a travesty for me not to discuss that and not to have a beautypreneur whose main product focuses on health. But before we get into that, you guys know we got to do this thing right, and we got to jump into all of the juicy details before we get into tonight's main guest. But before we do all of that, you know what we got to do. Let's start the show. Hello and good evening, fine folks. I am Jamila Bannister, the Beautypreneurs brand strategist, and I want to welcome you to this episode of The Lipstick Effect. I am so happy to be here with you yet again for another week, and I hope you guys had a great weekend. The place is now officially reopened. No more lockdown, no more safe zones. I mean, I am still going to be wearing my mask, of course. It's still going to be a safe zone for me. I'm not playing those games. But I definitely know that a lot of people are happy to be out and about again. I'm seeing lots of ads for parties. I am seeing lots of opportunities for people to hit the beach and go outdoors. Don't forget your sunblock. Don't forget to protect your skin when you're going outside. And, just be safe and be careful, guys, as you head back out into the world fully on um unabated, unabridged, and having a good time. Okay. All right. So in this week's episode, I'm very excited to speak to a very interesting guest that I met. Of course, you guys know I'm always online, always looking to connect, network, and find interesting and amazing guests for you guys. But as usual, before we get into tonight's interview to speak with Miss Kayshaun Brooks, who I will talk to you guys more about in a bit, let's start with the a bit from around the world in our news segment. All right, guys. So finally, after about a 3 month or 3.5 month, 4 month hiatus from Personality Magazine, from Personality Magazine, we have finally published the first issue for 2022, and we have finally made the pivot from a heavy focus on personal branding to a heavy focus on beauty and brand strategy. So, you guys know I got to share the new issue with you, right? It is available. It's a free magazine. I am not charging any money for it at this point. But you do have to subscribe to get it. So we have changed up a few things with it in terms of access to the magazine. So let me just show you what it looks like. And this issue is our digital marketing issue. And by digital marketing, I mean blending physical elements and digital elements in order for you to market and make your business interesting, right? So we have 4 very good articles this time. We don't have any specific main feature, but trust me, guys, these articles are really, really good. We spent time researching them and writing them for you. So, as per usual, um, we have something juicy for you, things to implement, easy to follow advice in this month's issue, and we have 4 easy ways for you to delight your customers with digital at marketplaces, because markets are a thing, especially if you're an indie beauty brand. You want to take advantage of the markets in your area, in your state, in your neighborhood, wherever you are. You want to take advantage of markets and trade shows. They're one of the best ways to get distribution um, from on a retail perspective. Even if you're not in a store, you can meet customers and sell to them and understand what their needs are. And what better way to up the experience than to add a little bit of digital in there? So we have 4 easy ways for you to delight customers at marketplaces. These are very, very, very easy. There were many options for us to put in, but we narrowed it down to these 4. And I want to thank Miss Sadira Rajbansi, who is our intern, who did a great job with the article. We worked on it together and she did a great job. Also, we will be exploring in this issue, right, by our fab managing editor, Maria Ransom. She wrote an article called Are You Instagrammable? Now, as a beauty brand, being Instagrammable is very important. This is a business concern, not just take pictures. You will find it so much easier to engage with people, and the kind of content that you will get from people taking pictures and tagging you cannot beat anything that you producing yourself. User generated content is one of the best ways, and Maria actually explains how to make your brand Instagrammable in this article. Very, very good. And we have quite a few examples of brands who have done it well. So check out this article. And we also have, oh, let me see. Oh, that's the end of the article there. And we also have 10 emerging beauty brands on the local scene for you guys to check out. Right. So we think we're gonna do I think I'm gonna do something like this every quarter where we look at emerging beauty brands for you to check out. Right. From some of these people have been guests on my show, from Nova Skin to Give Me Glow Cosmetics, the Allura, Jamila Cosmetics. No, that's not me, that's somebody else, and even Raise Candles, right? So these are all brands. You could read about them, why we love them, why we listed them as 10 brands to watch as they emerge and they grow on the local market. And of course, if you want to advertise with us, send us an email, editor@personalitymagazine.com, and we will get you in the magazine at a competitive price. And you could guarantee to get eyes from the beauty audience, from a beauty audience, sorry. Right? So Personality Magazine is out. Please visit personalitymagazine.com for your copy. Subscribe, and your copy will be delivered straight to your inbox, and you can download and keep the issue for yourself. All right. So that is Personality Magazine. All right. So we have our first comment. Yes, you are always online. Yes, I am always online because this is where I live and work. Thanks, Juma. All right. Okay, so that's one thing. Also, second thing, over the last weekend, I launched finally after 3 years of deciding against it. I finally launched my newsletter over on LinkedIn, and it's called, guess what? The Lipstick Effect. And I don't know if this is normal, but in the first day I launched it, I got 500 subscribers, and I was blown away. I was very, very surprised that all those people actually subscribed to my newsletter, and the subscriptions just keep growing. So this newsletter will be once monthly, and I will be sharing a monthly think piece across on LinkedIn. So if you are on LinkedIn and you're watching from LinkedIn, certainly I want you to subscribe to the newsletter. I will share my discoveries, and I will share the things that I find about the beauty industry that are helpful and useful to you, and you could definitely take some of the information there and apply it to your own business. So let me just share it really quick. Let me show you what it looks like so you guys can um, get a look and a feel. So remember a couple weeks ago, I did a training on this show about 10 tactics to build a resilient beauty business, because the pandemic really, really, really um, pummeled a lot of people in the beauty industry. So I actually put it into an article, and I put it here on LinkedIn for you guys to go read, for you to save and subscribe. Once a month, I'll be sending out a think piece that should be helpful to you. All right. So I'm glad for all the people who subscribed already. This is in the last 2 days. It's been crazy. And I appreciate you, right? All right. So that's what's happening with me on this side. Also, guys, there's so many markets happening right now, from up market that happened last weekend here to Une Petit market that is happening and is coming up in May, June, and July, and several other markets. I want to encourage you guys to take advantage of the markets in your area. And who knows, you might even see a market from yours truly in the coming months. Right? I'm working on something, I'm thinking about it. So you guys definitely want to check that out. Okay. And one piece of news that I saw this week as well was that there's a brand called Lush out of the UK that is doing a 24-hour automated pop-up. In other words, they're doing vending machines, right? Now, I saw this as a great opportunity, and I said to myself, I would love to get into the vending machine game. That would be so, so good. And I mean, if you have the capital, consider it. You know, if you sell something that's easily sold, like maybe lashes or personal care items, deodorants, pads, tampons, very good to get into in that game. So you could check that out as an opportunity if you're looking for an additional income stream. If it's something that you can sell without um, something that people really truly need, not necessarily a high end product, but something that you wouldn't think twice to purchase, definitely think about it. And I saw them call it an automated pop up. I'm like, what is this? This is a vending machine. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Anyway, that's what I saw this week, and that's the news from around the world for this week. Subscribe to Personality, subscribe to the newsletter, and of course, keep watching the Lipstick Effect. I would appreciate that. And yeah, right? Okay, guys. So that's it. So now let's move on to the next segment. So, as I said, of course, I'm always looking for very interesting people to interview and people who have excellent products that we can model, learn from, and also people who have interesting marketing tactics to get that beauty brand out into the market. And when I looked at this brand, I found that this was a very interesting brand, and the model that this entrepreneur uses to drive her business. I think we should all look at this a little bit more closely for ourselves, because I don't think it's something that a lot of us explore, but it is definitely a tried and proven, a tested and proven, tried and true way to get your brand out there without you having all of the headache for yourself and building capacity in others, right? So I am going to welcome to the stage now Miss Kayshaun Brooks. Kayshaun, put down that champagne and close out that caviar. Now is your time to shine, my friend. Come on down to the Lipstick Effect stage. Welcome and good evening. How are you?
I am well. Hey, everyone.
Okay, fantastic. Welcome to the Lipstick Effect. Okay, Kayshaun. So let's jump right in after I give you all that interview. So, Kayshaun, tell us a little bit about yourself. Introduce yourself to the people so we can know who you are.
Hey, everyone. I am Kayshaun Brooks. I'm a holistic pain and trauma warrior, owner of Renew You Body Butters. It's a luxury skincare and holistic company. We provide skincare products for those with sensitive skin issues like eczema, psoriasis, hyperpigmentation, rosacea, body acne, all things of that nature. And we also have an exclusive affiliate program for those looking to make additional income and also bring more brand awareness to using our products and services. And I teach other entrepreneurs, established entrepreneurs and nonprofits, how to do the same thing, to start, grow, and scale their own affiliate programs.
All right. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. Good. So you gave us some juice there. So obviously I have to ask you about some of those things you mentioned there, but
Yeah.
we'll dive into that a little bit later, right? So before we get into the affiliate program and all those kinds of things, tell us a little bit about your history, because I know I read when I was doing my research, you talked about, you basically studied all sorts of health practices, and you've looked at how all those things, I guess, play a role in people's lives. So tell us a little bit about what you looked at, what holistic practices you looked at, what medical practices you looked at, and how this has played a role in developing your brand.
So, this all rooted from my youngest son. He was diagnosed with eczema when he was about 2 or 3 months old. And at the time, I was working in the medical field. I have a background of 20 years in the medical field, 10 as a nurse. So, you kind of feel obligated to listen to what the experts say. But his body wasn't responding well to the steroids and sleeping medications. And, for years, I watched him shred his skin and have blood infections and things like that. So I'm like, okay, I need to find a solution, for him. And I have eczema and HS and some other issues, skin issues as well. So I knew I didn't want him to experience what I went through. So I knew about, pure cocoa butter or shea butter, things like that. But that wasn't working, for him. So I had to do a lot of research into learning more about this skin condition, because with his, he had several different forms of eczema at once. I didn't even know the human body could have that many forms of skin issues all at the same time. So we were at war, and and I had to look at all aspects, not just what products, but even just formulating the products. I had to look at how each ingredient individually was, how his skin was responding. Some things only lasted for hours, some lasted for days. And then that let me know, okay, single items, single ingredients isn't what's going to help him best. I need to start combining ingredients. And I'm looking at how certain ingredients mix well, how they combine well. And then that journey took me on to learning about using organic products, products without the alcohols and the dyes and the preservatives and the artificial scents and colors, because it was all taking a toll on his skin and those others that was around me. But it took me about 3 years, to formulate, my product of, okay, this blend of 3 butters and 6 oils, it's what's giving the long-term effect that I was looking for. But it even went deeper in that, because it's not just about what you're putting on your body. It's, holistically, what are you eating? What are you drinking? What you're washing your clothes in, and things like that. And what I really appreciate too during that journey of researching was, paying attention to what's in the ingredients. Like, for example, with vitamin E, you will just see, on the shelf, oh, it's vitamin E. But if you turn the bottle around and look at the ingredients, there's like 5 or 7 different other oils in there, which could be synthetic or non-organic products. And it's like, no, I want pure, vitamin E oil. And when you look for those, that's a higher price range compared to things that's been diluted with other carrier oils. But once I was able to drill down, I'm very resourceful, and I want my products ethically sourced so that it doesn't come with a bunch of junk, because I know
Right.
how sensitive, the skin can be. And just with me and my other health issues, as I have, I learned different ingredients will feed into those different issues that you have.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. You gave us quite a lot there. Okay. Well, okay. So now that has me thinking, right? So two questions. So I know that you've made it your mission to source the healthiest ingredients, to make your product, right? So um talk to us a little bit about, well, you kind of talked to us a little bit about how you blended it, but talk to us a little bit about what it means to ethically source products, and how do you ensure that you ethically source your products? Like, how do you manage that process? How do you manage the inputs?
I go to the source, of the company. I want to know how they're purchasing, their products. Like, for example, later on in my business, I included sea moss gel, and just learning about the different forms of sea moss, learning where the sea moss actually grows, how it's being sourced, learning the difference of what the sea moss in the pool grown looks like compared to when it's grown in the ocean. Is it grown on the rocks in the cold water? So I want to see physical proof. Can I see some videos? I want to see some testimonials. And just getting to the source of where they get the products from, not just accepting anyone's word of, oh yeah, this is where it's from. No, but can you tell me, even with, like the essential oils that I use, I want to use certified grade, you know essential oils, not just something that was made in someone's lab. I want to make sure it's true, tested, and tried. And just throughout the years, too, your body will learn to identify when something is not authentic. Like, for example, I was at a retreat and they had some essential oils burning in a diffuser. And my body is so used to pure certified grade essential oils. When those synthetic oils were in the air, I was having a reaction and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? What is attacking me? And I had to go look and was like, this is some fake stuff here. But talking to the owners, asking them, to provide that proof of where they get their ingredients from. And those who are authentic, they don't mind providing you that proof.
But what does it mean to be ethically sourced? Does that have to do with who sources it? Does that have to do with where they source it? Does that have to do with what practices they actually use to harvest? What does it mean?
It's about where they're sourcing it from. I'm not as strict like, say, vegans. Most of my products are vegan. The only thing that's just pure plant-based is my body scrub, because I use manuka honey. But that comes from my medical side of when I learned about the use of how the honey heals the skin. But some vegans, they don't agree with using like palm oil because of the way that it's produced, because it's uses like it affects the forest and different agriculture areas. I'm not that strict on it. I just want to make sure that it's organic, that it's not diluted with any other products, like say the vitamin E. You go to any store or on Amazon, you see some $5 or $10 vitamin E. It's like, okay, that's because it's diluted with other ingredients. But when it's pure 100%, what you have to take the time to look and research it, you see that 8-ounce bottle is $40, a bottle, compared to $5 or $10. So it's basically looking at how it's being made and where it's sourced from.
Yeah. Okay, you mentioned sea moss. I don't know if you guys do this in the States, but people drink sea moss here.
Yes, yes.
Right. Okay. So they make drinks out of. I mean, not me. I don't like that, but I know
I don't
people
like it
drink.
by itself, but I have to mix it with something. But I'm very resourceful with everything. Like, even when I make the sea moss, some people like throw out the water that the sea moss has sat in. But because I'm resourceful and I make sure my products are very clean, I save that water and will use it as like a face mask, for the next 2 or 3 weeks. So,
Yeah. Got to. And I mean, I guess zero waste beauty development, zero waste
yes.
product development for sure. All right. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about um your branding, marketing, and your product. Right. So, um, if you had to describe it, or in describing it, w- um, in one line or in two lines, what problem does your product solve? Yeah, what problem does it solve, and who is it ideal for?
My products help those with sensitive skin issues:
Right, like eczema. What else?
eczema, psoriasis, hyperpigmentation, body acne.
Body acne. You know what? Sometimes I wonder if I have a little bit of what do they call it, contact dermatitis, because the area where I hold my mouse, my computer, this area always a little bit. Every time I hold my mouse in my computer,
Wow.
right there, like right there, you can see it, right? It always gets that mark. And I always wonder, like, what is that about? And then one day I was looking at something on, I think it's on CNN Home and Health or something like that. Discovery Home and Health. And there was this doctor, and she had a young child, and this child would always get like these kinds of marks across her toes. And because of the shoes she was wearing, she would always get these marks. And then she said contact dermatitis. And then it clicked to me. I'm like, this always happens where I hold the mouse on the computer.
Hmm.
So very interesting that sometimes we have issues with skin and we don't even realize that we do have it. Okay, so let's talk marketing now. So when you were developing your brand? Did you spend any time at all developing your personal brand, like spreading the gospel of or organic and ethically sourced product and organic product? Like, did you use social media? Did you talk about it? Did you tell your friends, family, and network, everybody?
Yeah, in the beginning, even in my developmental stages, I've always, coworkers, friends, and family, they were there, purchasing the products because I made the products for 10 years before even coming out with the brand as a business. But they were there with me the whole journey, testing the products, giving me feedback. And I was in, as testimonials, getting to watch how they respond, to the product. So it was all a learning lesson. But, when it was actually time to start the business, I had to decide what kind of brand, I wanted to be. And I have a mentor who's still in my life at this time where, she was like, what do you want to do? How do you want to present yourself? Because I did, start this for my son, but I knew where I was going to take this company. It wasn't just going to be focused on, little kids and babies, even though they can use it. But, like I said, I had skin issues when I was younger. And I don't know, have you heard of Avon and Mary Kay? I don't know if they have that out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
when I was little, my aunts, my grandparents, they would all get the Avon and everything. It comes in those pretty containers. And, I didn't want to be the oddball, the one left out not using it. But when I did, it would burn my skin. But I wanted to use the pretty, smell good looking things. But after a while, I had to stop torturing myself and go to the drugstore and use those containers they have in there or what the dermatologist gave to me. So I said, I don't want people to feel like they're putting medication on their body. I want people to feel sexy and feel beautiful. Just because you have this skin condition doesn't mean you have to feel like you're putting medication on. So I wanted customers to feel luxurious and feel like they're at a at-home spa. So I was like, okay, I want a high-end luxury, brand. Hence, that's why I use all organic, products because it's a higher end for using products at that level.
Yeah, certainly higher quality for sure. And people can
Yes.
get that high quality experience for sure. Okay, so one of the ways, and we talked about this off air as well. Now, one of the ways that you market and get your brand out into the public, into the hands of your customers, is through affiliates.
Yes.
So I want you to talk to me about your affiliate program. Tell us a little bit about what it is. So for those who are not sure what an affiliate is, what an affiliate program is, can you just explain what those things are and then talk to us a little bit about how you set it up?
Okay. For those who don't know, an affiliate program is similar to a referral program. It's basically when someone refers your product or service and they get some type of kickback, whether if it's a commission, it could be free products, free shipping. My affiliates, they get paid 20% commission. Their customers save 20%, and they get free products as well too. But it all started very organically. I didn't know I would be into this. When I started this business, I thought I would just be the biggest person at the farmers market. But in 2020, when I got my website developed and was like, okay, I'm jumping out here in the social media world, I'm like, it's a sea. What am I going to do to stand out? But a stranger approached me and was like, hey, I like you, your brand, your products. Can I be your affiliate? And I didn't know what an affiliate was then. And my mentor was like, girl, you could be the holistic Mary Kay and Avon. And so I really started getting into learning about Madam CJ Walker and how she ran her business. And I'm like, okay, I can do this. And I basically told that person, I'm learning and I like this idea. And if you want to grow with me, let's do this, which I'm glad I did it that way because it's not just a bunch of people promoting my products. These are people that I am developing relationships with, that I'm collaborating and networking with. and their customers as well. That is something that I require every affiliate to be a customer of the products, because I feel when you're speaking to your potential customers, you need to be authentically speaking about the product, not just someone who's pushing something they saw on TV or in a magazine somewhere. No, you believe in this because you use it, or your family members, you use it as well. But it blew up into, it started off just, bringing in me, more sales and getting more brand awareness. But, 48 affiliates and one celebrity brand ambassador later, in 2 years, it's this, mega force. And now I'm helping others, start, grow, and scale their own affiliate programs. I feel every business, it does not matter if you have a product business or a service-based business, you should have an affiliate program so you can be able to leverage other people's audiences.
Absolutely, for sure. And I love the Madam C.J. Walker reference for sure. Because I thought about that too. I remember when I looked at that movie on Netflix and how, I mean, she really grew massively through affiliates. I mean, and it's not even like the Mary Kay or she really was developing these people, and because of her, they became master salespeople. They
Yes.
became really good, and I love the fact that you are adamant about people being customers of the product, because it's difficult to sell a brand. I kind of always wonder how people can like put their product on ClickBank or things like that. I never really understood that. I suppose there's a market for things like that, but if you really do care about a brand and you want this brand to take hold in people's minds as something for them to
Mm-hmm.
value or value highly as something really good, to put it into a place like ClickBank where anybody could just take it and say, okay, I will sell this, doesn't really make sense. So I really like the fact that you manage and you controlled how people access the program, and you control the type of people that came onto the program as well,
Yes.
and that's really really encouraging, so I like that a lot. So we have one comment here from Ramona. Hi Ramona, good night ladies, good night. And she's dropping her lipstick emojis because she's part of the lipstick effect community.
Hey,
And
Ramona.
so we appreciate Ramona's faithfully comes on every week, and she is my affiliate for the show shares.
Okay, so you have an affiliate program.
Well, kinda, sorta. She just shares the stream, so I appreciate that every week as she comes on and she gives us her support, right? So yes, I love the idea of an affiliate. And for those of you who may be looking on and you have a beauty product, or even if you don't have a product and you just sell a service, you're a makeup artist, you're a hairstylist, you're a uh, nail tech, you are somebody who works at
Brow
a
tech,
salon esthetician,
massage therapist.
massage therapist, and lash tech. Having an affiliate program is an excellent way to drive more business to you, while helping other people develop themselves. I mean, I normally run an affiliate program for my summit. All speakers have become affiliates, and they actually bring people in, which is good. So an affiliate program is really excellent too. And you know what? It's not going to cost you a whole bunch. You just have to like manage it, have some administration, but it's one of those things that you can the sweat equity happens up front, and people definitely earn on the back end. So
Right.
you would always get the people who really care and want to stay, because you really have to put in your work to get what you
Yes,
want to
and
get.
just on a business side too, what I've learned and what I've saw from, newer entrepreneurs, a lot of people complain about, the lack of support that they get from friends and family. But if you focus on the people who are meant to be with you along your journey, then you
Yeah,
won't care about the people who's not supporting you, because all of those who are meant to will come to you, and again, you get to borrow other people's audiences, and you get to build and network. Like, as I was growing my affiliate program, I learned a lot of the affiliates, they were starting their own businesses down the road, and they were looking to me for guidance, and it was
yeah,
like, wow, okay, this is not just, you selling for me, they're learning from me. And then
yeah.
that's how I even veered off into the white label and private
Really.
label, because now when they launched their businesses and they didn't want to make the product, who's making the product now for them? I am.
Yeah, so talk to us a little bit about the private label side of things. If people wanted to get into that, how do they tap into that with you?
Yes, if anyone is interested, I always say reach out to me through email and to DM, because a lot of people want to have their products customized. I've done so many orders, I can't put everything, on my website, let alone people don't want their formulations, out there for the world. But a lot of people don't want to spend that time. Like I said, I spent 10 years making my products before coming out with my so I had that trial and error time. Other people don't want to do that trial and error. They just ready to start their business. And so they will reach out to someone like me and let me know what type of products, if it's hair products, facial products, body products. And I'm like, okay, what do you, and I take the time to educate them on it. Do you want something light? Do you want something heavy? What type of ingredients you want to use? And I customize it to their likings and then send it to them, and they go out and get their labels made and start selling their products.
So you are almost like a little lab.
Yes.
You're like a lab. Okay. Okay,
Yes.
so two for one. You have your own product and you also have a bit of a lab where you develop products for people, which I think is good, and it's nice that people can actually talk to you and you can advise them as well. That is really, really encouraging. Um, all right, so let me ask you. So you said you had a lot of time to develop the product, and also I'm sure you would have gone through some growing pains in developing the business as well, right? So if you had to say, what would you say were the three top mistakes that you made when you were like marketing your product, getting it out there, getting it onto the before you got to the point of being of your very own version of Madam CJ Walker? What were like three top errors that you would have made?
I would say the number one mistake I made was not having some type of mentor or coaching. Having someone that's experienced in the business so that I won't have to make as many mistakes. It's very beneficial to have someone that can guide you on that. And then also too, looking for not trying to do everything on my own. When you first jump out into business, you want to do everything on your own, but it's like you're just working in your business as another job. When you get that support from others, you can go a lot further. Where I've been able to utilize, my affiliates. A lot of them have their own businesses. So as my company has grown, I go to them, if their business has that service that I need. It's like, why go to someone else? If they're already pouring into me financially, I'm going to pour back into them. So keeping it all in the family, but having guidance, having a coach and a mentor, and not doing things alone are my two biggest tips that I would give. And you said a third one. I would say not being afraid to try something new, because as I was formulating early in my stages, I heard a voice tell me, you're going to create a facial line. And I was very intimidated to do that. I'm all like, I'm not going to do no facial line. I'm sticking to body butters and body oils and bath salts and calling it a day.
Mhm.
But when I did, my facial products are more popular than my body products. That's how I got my celebrity brand ambassador, was because she fell in love with my facial products. And I'm like, wow, what if I didn't wait as long because I was intimidated, So don't be afraid to do it something new, because that could be the right thing for you to do to catapult your business to another level.
Oh yeah, so we all want our faces to look the brightest and the best when we show up on social media, on pictures, or wherever. You want your face to look good.
Yes.
So I can completely understand why people would have fallen in love with that, and why it's probably a bigger seller now, which is fantastic. Okay, so I have another question about three pieces of information, but this time I want you to tell me what would be your three top pieces of top pieces of advice. Would it be the opposite of what you just said to get the mentor? So your three top pieces of advice you would give to another beautypreneur if they were looking to use affiliates as a way to promote their business and bring in even more revenue.
Okay, so first I would tell you, if you have a current business and you have customers already, you can start your affiliate program today. This is something that I really did backwards, and it's just because, I had strangers approach me first, so that's how my brain was going. But it was a year into my affiliate program. Someone, he actually became my first male, my first king affiliate, but he had been with me from the beginning, back when I wasn't even a business, of purchasing my products and using them. But he was like, I make videos, I buy your products, I refer your products. Why am I not an affiliate? How come I can't get paid? And the light bulb went off. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I have not mention to my current customers that they have the opportunity to become an affiliate. And so I was like, I felt like so embarrassed. Like, I've been after these strangers for the past year, but never went to my direct audience. So I would tell anyone, if you are interested and you have current customers, you have your affiliates already because they're purchasing from you. All you have to do is just offer them some type of incentive, either if it's free shipping or half off, on the next sale, or some type of free product. Do that because they're waiting. I've learned a lot of people are, we're walking affiliates, we're walking referrals. We refer everything: cars, movies, places to live. So why not make it that much more easier for people to share your business? But start with your current customers, and don't think that you have to have everything in order. Insurance agents, real estate agents, they're basically affiliate programs. When they say, hey, refer someone to me and I'll give you like $100 commission or something like that, they don't have no whole technical system set up. It's just word of mouth. And that is exactly how I started. But I had this same confidence with my one affiliate, with our agreements in the DM and the emails, as I do today, as everything has been coming into order. And I still have ways to grow. So don't be afraid to start, and start with your customers, because they're waiting for the opportunity to tell more people about your products and services.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my God, you just preached the gospel there for sure. Because I mean, and it kind of goes back to one of the things that we highlighted in Personality Magazine this month. We talk about being Instagrammable. I mean, that's just one way to look at it. But if you create a system that allows people to kind of buy into your product and um, highlight it as part of their everyday life, people will trust what their friends tell them to buy.
Yes.
So, and that's what you really want to leverage in an affiliate program, and the relationships there last for a lifetime as long as everything remains fairly stable as it is. Those things
Hmm.
tend to last a lifetime, and people will continue to refer your product, and that will continue to grow, and you will continue to get more business. And so definitely I like that a lot. All right. So, okay, Sean, I normally take a little break mid interview, and I play a small game with my guests because I like to hear what they have to say. And so with this game, it's just like two juxtaposed ideas, and I will ask you which one you prefer. It's no right or wrong. This is just what you think, right?
Okay.
So, all right. So when it comes to business, or when it comes to starting a beauty brand, do you think that people should be driven by by passion over a problem, or should they be driven by a problem over passion?
I would say problem over passion. And that's just because I started mines fulfilling a problem, that turned into, my passion, and if you can solve a problem for yourself, you can help others solve their problems as well.
I like that, and I agree with you. After being, it's all about passion and passion. Most people come on the show and they say passion. As a matter of fact, last week our guest, she said passion, and I said, but your business started with a problem, and she said, oh my gosh, it did. I said, yeah, it did. So passion is nice, but passion runs out. It's kind of like, love. Love has to be practical after a while. It
Right.
can't just be all heat. It has to have some sense to it. All right. So okay, so when it comes to business, do you think people should start before they're ready or get ready before they start?
I would say start before you're ready because you could be waiting forever to feel like you're ready, but start before you're ready. I wouldn't have started my affiliate program if I was waiting to get ready, but I made that start before I was ready and confident because I knew I was going to get the necessary training to make myself more efficient.
Yeah, and I think sometimes starting before you're ready gives you the opportunity to fail and fail forward.
Yes.
And I think it's important for us to gain confidence of failing. And that may sound a little bit counterintuitive, but I think it's important for you to fail and to know what does not work so that you
Yes.
can feel good about knowing, okay, so I know this doesn't work. Now I know what will work. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And there's nothing wrong with failing because you learn from your failures.
Oh, absolutely. That is very and I mean and in the whole space of formulating things, I am sure there will be tons of things that didn't work.
Oh,
Formulating products.
yes.
I mean, failure has become the norm inside of in any kind of chemistry assignment, any kind of mixing and blending to figure something out. I'm sure there's a level of failure that beautypreneurs have to become accustomed to. I
Right.
mean, I would assume so. I mean, you could tell me about that. You know what I mean? So yes, I agree with you 100%. All right, okay. So the final one I have here is when it comes to brand building your business, do you think that people should really build their personal brand before their business brand, or do you think they should build their business brand and then come in after with the personal brand?
Hmm. Wow. This is almost like a trick question. It is. Now I would say they should build personal before business, but that's not what I did. I did business, and now I'm stepping out of behind the company because they say customers, and people who want to work with you, they want to know, like, and trust the owner. And how can they do that if you're hiding behind the brand? And that's what I was doing, hence my title, Holistic Pain and Trauma Warrior. I've been going through a lot of health issues. And some of my mentors last year, they were like, okay, Kayshaun, you've been in therapy for years. You got a little bit more strength. It's time for you to step out from behind the brand. And I'm like, it's ugly behind here. I don't want no one to see what I'm going through, trying to build this brand. But I'm so glad that I did because it's opened so many other doors. I'm more relatable to other people. I get to help people, beyond just the skincare issues. I would say personal and then the business because people get to know you, get to know, like, and trust you, and then they're going to support anything that you do.
So, guys, I just want to say that I did not prompt Keisha to say any of that. Right? She said that all on her own. And you guys know how I feel about building personal brands, especially developing that brand even before you launch anything. That should be in development, just like your product that is in the lab being mixed and blended and refined. Your personal brand should be on the same growth path. So by the time you're ready to launch, it becomes so much easier for you because having that community is so important. And having that
Yes.
community at both levels, and having the community at the intimate level, those influencers, those people who could open doors, those people who stores, retailers, market owners, and then there are the people at the mass level, those people who are looking at your brand, those people who would reach out to you and say, hey, I want to be an affiliate because I love your product. You need to build it at both levels. It's very important that both those two things happen. And I you said something very interesting there about hiding behind a brand, and there are lots of people who hide behind a brand, and a brand is not a top, or tent or something to keep you
Yeah.
hidden. It's not something. It's not a closet for you to hide in or behind. It's something for you to own and for you to carry, and for you to infuse. Because what people don't realize is that the brand that they build, unless they have some sort of expert help, the brand that they build will the personality of the brand they build will reflect their own in most cases, right? And a lot of people unconsciously, so don't be surprised if somebody is invisible, that their brand isn't reaching very far either, because your brand is heavily reflects the person who leads it, very much so, right? Um, so again, I did not prompt Kayshaun for that plug.
No, she didn't. She didn't. And I even was trying to hide behind my affiliates and my celebrity brand ambassador because I'm all like, I have all of these people. What do I need to come out for? But it's necessary. It's needed. People want to know, like, and trust you because we're building from the ground up. We're not established. So it's necessary. It's needed. And just like how you mentioned earlier, customers trust affiliates because they know they use the products. They know they're not lying, about it. So the same thing, it's like you want people to come support your brand, but we don't even know who it is behind the brand. Can you
And
imagine Madam CJ Walker never showing her face?
can you imagine? And now they made a whole movie about her. Oh my gosh, your movie might be coming too. You never know. You know?
Yes.
And I think it's important for people to hear your story. And I think the power of story cannot be underestimated. Because from the time people hear the fact that, your son would have gone through such a hard time with his skin, and you would have gone through a hard time yourself. And I can imagine as a mom looking on at your baby, at your small child going through this, it would be hard. So you could relate to people on so many levels. That your story is quite powerful and extremely potent. And that part of your personal brand, there's nothing that could replace that. There's no business brand, there's no nothing, no affiliate, no marketing campaign, no ad campaign, nothing that could replace
Exactly.
that. And that is such a critical piece to drive in a business. That's why I always advocate for people to build personal brands. It is so critical. So you are a woman after my own heart. I agree with everything you say. Right. All right. So that is my small game, K Sean. So let's tell us a little bit about the range of products. What's in there? What can people expect to find? You say you have a facial line, you have a body line. So tell us about some of the different products that you have in the
Okay.
Renew Your Body line of cosmetics and butters
Okay.
and
Yes.
flowers. Yeah.
So for
Mhm.
the facial products, we have a facial wash. It is a black soap base. We have a facial toner, a facial moisturizer, and a facial serum as well. And one of our newest products for the face, well, it can be used for the arms too, but it's a hair reducing oil because having facial hair is something that I suffered with for many years in my life. So this year I launched a hair reducing oil. It helps slow down the growth of the hair, the problem areas that women sometimes have, but it can be used for the underarm areas as well. I also have a beard oil for men that will be launching this month too. But as far as the body, I have a body wash, which stems from the facial wash. I had customers taking the facial wash and using it on their body. And I'm like, I did not customize this for you to use on your body. And it was like, well, you better make us a body wash. So now I have this black soap body wash. I do have a turmeric, carrot, cucumber, and aloe bar soap as well. We have the body butters, the body oil, the body scrubs, and the herbal bath teas as well. And all the products are organic, they're natural. Nothing has artificial dyes, no artificial colors. no artificial scents. Like you may see some brands have like apple scent or peach scent. Those are synthetic, fragrances. And due to my own medical issues, I don't use any of those ingredients. And that's something too, even if you decide to private label with me, you're going to be using all organic products, none of those synthetics or dyes or anything like that. Thank you for
Yeah.
pulling
So
up the website. Thank you.
yeah, so this is the website, guys, and of course, I will share the URL link before we close tonight's interview. Quick view, right? So this is Celebrity VIP Luxury gift box. So this has everything in it. Wow! So this allows us to
Yes,
see
this
all
has
of the
everything
product.
plus more. And there you get like a jade eye mask, which is good for like headaches, puffy eyes, tension headaches. You get a jade roller for the face as well. You get a little bottle of apple juice. It comes in this luxury gold looking box. So that's the VIP package.
Oh wow, nice! And you have a birthday club and everything. So yeah, so you mean you really did. And you know what? You talked about the hair reducer. For Black women, that hair growth is something that is bothersome. I can tell you for sure.
And you know
So
what? I'm actually going to be coming out with the hairline later on this year. I've been using my own hair products for years now, developing products, and
you got
I have a
everything.
lot
You
of
got face,
people.
hair, body. You just the
Yeah, the
everything
hair is
one.
coming.
Oh wow. So guys, definitely you wanna check renewyourbody.com. Um so tell us a little bit about where we can shop for your products. So now that we are coming to a close, let me put some of the things up. Let me put some of Kayshawn's credentials up so you guys can see. Certainly, if you want to learn more about her product, her IG and TikTok, um, at Renew Your Body Butters. Did I get that correct?
Yes, yes. And the
Yes.
website is the same, www.renewubodybutter.com. There's no S. Yes, there you go. Yes. And
Yes.
if you do reach out on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that, you can message me in the DMs. I'm not one of those owners who won't respond back to the DM. You can message me there on the website if you have
Oh,
questions. There's even a quiz on my website that you can
yes, and I
take.
like that a lot because okay, so that's another real fundamental thing that I saw because I also have a quiz and I know it's a great way to help people understand where they are at. And
Yes,
not enough product-based businesses do that. Not enough product-based businesses build that relationship with their potential shoppers because everybody who comes to the website, they're not going to shop immediately. Some people just want to
right.
know, you know.
Yes.
So
And
guys,
I
stay
even
connected.
have an eczema natural solutions Facebook group because I know it's more than just using the products, And so if anyone is interested, you can always join my private eczema Facebook group as well, where I'm giving natural tips. So I'm not, that's the nurse side of me coming out of educating. It's not just about products. Like one little tip I would like to give people is when you're taking baths or showers, give your skin time to absorb the water. Don't just rush in the tub or the shower and rush out. Just like you got to hydrate the inside, you need to hydrate the outside. And when you come out, do not dry off all the water. Leave like a light film of water on your skin, and then you come with your oil or your body butter cream, and then that helps locks in more moisture so that your skin is not so dehydrated, and then you won't need to use as much products. It doesn't matter if it's mine or anyone else.
That's a great tip. Thank you so much for that. So when I shower tonight, I will have to take a little air dry and rub my whatever lotions I have. My I have a
Yes.
I have a body butter from another guest who was on the show who was local. And she sent me some body butter so I could just lather in my body butters. But I'll definitely check out the Renew Your Body Butters as well. So guys, if you want to join Kayshawn's private Facebook group, just find her page, and I'm sure on the page you will find information about the group, right? Renew Your Body Butters on Facebook. And of course, if you are looking to get in touch with, I suppose, for the purposes of white labeling or even becoming an affiliate, I'm sure you could get in touch. Info at
Yes.
renewyourbodybutter.com, right? So you guys have all the credentials there, where to shop, where to make contact, how to DM, how to join private Facebook groups so you can learn more about Renew Your Body Butter line, the Renew Your Body Butter line of products, right? So, Kayshaun, we have reached 8 p.m. Can you believe
Yeah.
we've been talking for a whole 45 minutes? Any final words before we close up for this week's show?
It was a pleasure being here, speaking to your audience, and I'm looking forward to emails, any DMs, purchases, if you have any questions. And thank you so much for having me.
You are welcome. So, guys, if you are somebody who suffers from eczema, you have body acne, you have psoriasis, you have incessant or permanent dry skin, you definitely want to check out Renew Your Body Butters and see what these products can do for you. They are all natural, no synthetic, 10 years of research and developed by somebody who was a nurse, right? So she has the medical training to understand the balance between the holistic ingredients as well as the medical grade support. You want to check out renewyourbodybutters.com. As you know, we always like to talk about and highlight beauty brands, indie beauty brands that are doing really clever things to market and brand themselves to stand out in the market. She is like the 2022 version of Madam CJ Walker, using affiliates to drive a brand. There's a lot we can learn from Kayshaun and her company. So don't sleep on it for sure. All right, guys. So thanks so much for viewing this week. If you are here on the replay, put hashtag replay so we know you are here. And Kayshaun, thank you so much for being my guest this week on the Lipstick Effect. And guys, of course, join us right here next week for another episode of the Lipstick Effect, so we can speak to another amazing guest and learn more about branding and marketing. Have a very good evening and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye. Okay.